साल पहले पढ़ी थी, अब वापस ताजी कर रहा हूँ। मैं भी ऐसा बोल सकता हूँ। तो इस सेंटर में काम करने में मैं नया हूँ, तो गलती हो जाए तो माफ़ करना। मेरा नाम घनश्याम मास्टर है। मैं हिंदू कल्चरल सोसाइटी का सेक्रेटरी हूँ। वो तो नया हूँ ना। तो आप सबका स्वागत है हिंदू कल्चरल सोसाइटी में। शुरुआत करते हैं हम। थोड़ा इंट्रोडक्शन दे देते हैं और फिर काम शुरू करते हैं। मेरे साथ काम करने वाले हैं राजेश भाई देपाला, और वो भी कमेटी के मेंबर है, और मधुसूदन भाई जगानी, वो भी कमेटी के मेंबर है। तो उनके सहयोग से आज का प्रोग्राम हो रहा है, और आप देख सकते हैं कि काम करने वाले कितने हैं। तो उन सब का मैं आभारी हूँ। और ज़रा अकस्मात सा हो गया था, मगर देखो सबने आके वो भी सब ठीक कर दिया। So thank you very much for that. I'm going to start a little bit in English just to not lose everyone in this conversation. So the last time we met was on the 72nd anniversary of the Independence Day. Little did we know that the 73rd and the 74th will simply disappear from us. But even the nature couldn't do anything, and they prepared us for the 75th, nice and strong. So welcome, and be prepared for something that will remind you of Bharat a little bit. It might even make you emotional, and hopefully it will fill you up with patriotism. That's our goal of the day. So the program for the day is obviously the first thing. We're going to hoist our Tiranga, as we passionately and fondly known as, but it's our Rashtra Dwaj. So that will be done by our chief guest, followed by, we will have some entertainment sessions, some patriotic songs, some heart-touching songs. And then we will have some brief explanation about the history of the independence. And then we will have some delicious food prepared by Arvind Bhai as well. So we will come to that in a second. Okay, so to start with, I would like to welcome our chief guest, and she is a lifelong supporter of anything to do with India. She is a patriot, she protects Hinduism, she stands for the Hindus anywhere in the UK, and recently we had a lot of issues about Hindus, and sometimes all by herself, sometimes in a group. She encouraged everyone to stand up for Hinduism and to speak up. And we are honored to have her here today. She is a daughter of Sri Bhupendra Bhai and Damayanti Ben Dave. Bhupendra Bhai Dave, some of you would know, is a lifelong supporter of Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh. He was actually a starter of Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh in the UK. And we are proud to say that the first Shaka in the UK started here, right here in Finchley. And he started it, and he spread the message wide across whole of the London he used to go around in places every single Saturday, all the way from here to Croydon or Woolwich or anywhere else. And he started many, many shakras. So I would like to welcome our chief guest, Mrs. Harshaben Jani. I would like to invite Arohi. Arohi, if you come here, please. She's totally new here. I just picked her up from the crowd, so if she's nervous, please, you understand.
This way.
Arohi, if you could welcome our chief guest with a bouquet of flowers. If you go there and give to her. Thank you so much. Thank you. For the third hosting? Okay. I think Arohi has just been promoted. The reason why I chose Arohi is multiple. One of them is I would like to encourage, I'm new here, and I would like to encourage all the youngsters from 5 to 60, which is what I am actually, I'm still young, to come and join in and find your place here. There is a place for everyone here. Whether you do put a flag up on the wall, or put a poster on the display board, or come and play games here. There is a place for all of you here. And I would like you to join us and make this place a welcoming and a popular one. Okay, so we're going to start our function with the hoisting of the flag. If you remember back in 1972, I mentioned, sorry, not 70, when we celebrated the 72nd Independence Day, there are two ways of hoisting the flag. One is it starts from the bottom and goes up, which is done on an Independence Day. On an Independence Day, it's the first time the flag is raised. On 26th of January, which is the Republic Day, we are already independent, but we want to celebrate and respect our national symbol. So what we do, we hoist the flag already up there and we just unfurl it. Yeah? So I'm going to ask our chief guest, Harshaben, with the able support from Arohi, to hoist the flag up. And may I respectfully request all of you to stand to mark the respect for our Tiranga. And once the flag is hoisted, we are all going to sing our national anthem, Jana Gana Mana. Okay? So, okay, here we go.
Can we all sing the national anthem, please, everyone together? Yeah. अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाए तव जयगान जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय बोलो भारत माता की भारत माता की भारत माता की वंदे 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 थैंक यू एवरीवन प्लीज बी सीटेड
Doesn't that make you feel proud? I now request our chief guest, Mrs. Harsaben Jani, to give us some inspiring words, take us into the deep alleyway of the independence, the sacrifices, and the stories behind how we got the independence to where we are now. So, Harshaben, please give us some inspiration. Thank you.
आदरणीय मेहमानगण और उपस्थित माताएं, बहनें, मातृशक्ति, आप सभी को मेरा सादर प्रणाम, नमस्कार, जय हिंद।
जय हिंद।
आज हम यहाँ पर सम्मिलित हुए हैं और हम आगे सोचते हैं कि हमारे भारत के जो स्वतंत्रता दिन का महोत्सव है वो हम सब ने कैसे मनाया, और ये महोत्सव हम मनाते हैं आज जो स्वतंत्रता के जो महोत्सव की उन्नति हो रही है, जागृति हो रही है, उसके पीछे का महत्व क्या है। तो पहले तो हम जानेंगे कि स्वतंत्रता मिली हमें, मगर आप सब जानते हैं कि स्वतंत्रता की हमें बहुत 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 we had to pay a huge price for our independence. And we all know that so many of our freedom fighters, from Bapu to V. Savarkar, Mangal Pandey, Kasturba, Jhansi Ki Rani, they all gave their life and blood for the sacrifices. One important aspect of the freedom movement was how much the ordinary person in the street suffered, went through, and became an integral part of the entire struggle. Now, who knows what this is? Some of us recognize this, okay? This is a penny, all right? It's a penny. I think some youngsters amongst us will not have recognized this because this is fading away really fast. My grandfather, I talk about the struggle and the freedom fight that he had in Saurashtra in Gujarat. My grandfather was paid every day a nominal sum of 1 penny. So annas, do you remember the annas which used to, अभी तो रुपए और पैसा होते हैं, तो उन दिनों में आना होते थे, तो ये था, this was his daily salary, 1 penny. And he used to work in a cotton mill in my hometown, Limbadi, in Saurashtra. Now, when I was sitting with him quite a few years back, I especially recollect him telling me how one day all the people in the cotton mill were just going about their daily business. And the next thing they knew was a whole army of policemen who were part of this British movement to bring down the cotton industry, the supply of cotton in India. These policemen came and arrested my grandfather and all the workers in the mill. My grandfather and the young children in the family, they were left with no means of support. For months on end, they were left with no means of support. But the struggle went on. He never stopped being a nationalist, he never stopped being a Bharatiya, and his Hindutva element was so strong. Then we come to the story about my father. My father used to study at the Wilson College in Mumbai. He was a graduate of English at Wilson College in Mumbai. And at a very raw young age, in his 20s, he went to Shivaji Park. How many of us know where Shivaji Park is in Mumbai? Yes, so many of us. Okay. A vast, vast park. And some youngsters here will be surprised to know that on any single day in that park, there are about 6 to 8 cricket matches going on at the same time. I have seen it myself. So, my father was in the park with a few friends, and it was a nice day, as it always is in India, and they were enjoying a day out in the park. And so many other families were there having a day out. The next thing they know is a whole army of British soldiers came and lathi charged them because public gatherings were not allowed. It was not a public gathering, it was just people enjoying themselves in the park, in Shivaji Park. So these are just a couple of the stories, but we all know about Bhagat Singh, for example. Bhagat Singh How many of us know the stories of Bhagat Singh? All of us know of the sacrifices of Bhagat Singh, and the young amongst us must learn about this, because it is integral to our understanding of how our independence came about. So Bhagat Singh, at a very young age, he was I think 12, when the Jallianwala Bagh incidents happened. And he was so very touched by this Jallianwala Bagh incidents that he one day walked to the site. He had a bottle in his hand. He filled up the bottle with soil which was drenched in blood of the people who were killed at Jallianwala Bagh. And every day he used to say prayers in front of that bottle of blood and soil. Why? Because he wanted to remind himself every day, every single day, that the freedom movement must go on. It cannot stop. Now, we all know about the partition and how partition happened. And you will be flabbergasted that when Northern Ireland, through the Good Friday Agreement, it gained its own architecture in terms of ruling itself through the Good Friday Agreement. How long did that take? Do you know? So it started in 1990, and the Good Friday Agreement for Northern Ireland was signed in 1998. Small country, Northern Ireland, but this is how the British made sure that their interests were maintained. However, when the partition happened, it was less than 40 days, all right? A vast country. Now I can't remember the number, but I think I have it here somewhere, is that the partition separated a territory of 450,000 kilometers. An island is a fraction of this size, of the partition territory. And over 80 million people were affected by the partition. All right, it was a shambolic act on behalf of the British Raj. And today, of course, we still suffer from the consequences of that shambolic act. And the person Radcliffe, who drew that partition line, he did not even know where India was when he was put in charge of drawing that line. He had not traveled beyond France. However, he was put in charge of such a huge territory which had lasting consequences. Now, the freedom struggle, as we know, freedom fighters, our sons, Mahatmas, Swami Vivekananda, Swami Satchidanandji, they all played their role in spiritually motivating us during our freedom movement, and we must not forget them. The whole atmosphere within India at the time was one of unity, but there was a section of the governing party and the people in the governance who had fractured ideas about what India should be and how we should stay united. So I will digress slightly here, and I will come to this country now. I came to this country in 1967. I did all my education, primary education, secondary education, my university degree, my PhD, everything happened in this country. And I'm tremendously proud of what this country has given me, because this country is our Yashoda Maiya, whereas Bharat is our Devki. Okay, it is our spiritual homeland. Now, the reason I'm talking about unity and this country and how much it has given us is that, yes, we should really be an integral part of the fabric of this country. It's absolutely necessary to do that, participate in the governance in this country, and that is what I think Ghanshyamji was saying, that we as a population, as a community, we tend to stay away from governance and politics and encouraging our children to go into parliament. So when I go about campaigning, canvassing during elections, I'm absolutely thoroughly disheartened when I see this in a kind of way, the British Raj repeating itself here in our communities. Why? Because during the British Raj, we did not participate strongly in the governance. We did not say that this is what we want, we demand this. Similarly, we are not doing that here. We are not demanding. And we don't want to. We don't want to. We are not an aggressive community. We don't want to demand. However, it is really important that participation is recognized by all of us. Now, when I go campaigning, I see, ladies from Muslim communities, and I really, I take my hats off to them, because they are ladies from Muslim community, men from Muslim community, who don't even know how to speak a sentence of English, yet they come out campaigning. And what are our ladies who are educated, who can string a beautiful sentence together? They are not coming out campaigning. So, this is like, the microsphere of the British Raj repeating itself here. Unless we do something for ourselves here in this country, we are going to be struggling, absolutely struggling, okay? So, in closing, what I want to do is, I want you to all think about participation in governance, politics, encourage your children to go into politics, in parliament, youth council, etc. It's a great place to be. When I'm talking about our independence movement, one area that I'm really conscious about is that the independence movement was drenched in blood of so many of our Bharatiya, the whole entire movement came to such a point that Bharat as a country was not recognized for what it was at the time. It had so much potential, so many people sacrificed lives, but it was not recognized. Now what we need to do is we need to teach our children the history of the British Raj, not to antagonize anybody, okay, but to make sure that lessons are learned from history. It's really important to do this. So in closing, what I want to do is, I want you all to enjoy our Bharatiya Swatantra Din, and enjoying it, try and inculcate some of the values that our independence has given us through the years. And when I watch how much progress India is making these days, it really heartens me to see that so many young people are now taking up high positions in both this country and in Bharat. Entrepreneurship is flourishing here and across in India. And so I want to thank you for your attention. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming here, participating in what for me is a spiritual experience. It is not just, unfurling the Tiranga, not just being here, but it's a spiritual experience for me. So enjoy the celebrations this evening. I want to thank the Hindu Cultural Society for having invited me. And Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Vande Mataram.
Thank you, Harshaji. As Harshaji mentioned, if you don't want to lose what you have got, you better learn to protect it and stand up for what you have, and don't be frightened. Now, for the entertainment, as I promised, we got some fantastic artists here, starting with Rajesh Bhai Depala, and I would like to introduce you to our singer, Yogesh Bhai. He is going to entertain you with a lovely, inspirational as well as patriotic song. Yogesh Bhai.
उपस्थित वडीलों, उपस्थित बुजुर्गों को और भाइयों बहनों और बच्चे लोग को जय श्री कृष्ण और हैप्पी इंडिपेंडेंस डे। होठों पे सच्चाई रहती है, जहाँ दिल में सफाई रहती है। होठों पे सच्चाई रहती है, जहाँ दिल में सफाई रहती है। हम उस देश के वासी हैं, हम उस देश के वासी हैं, जिस देश में गंगा बहती है। होठों पे सच्चाई रहती है, जहाँ दिल में सफाई रहती है। हम उस देश के वासी हैं, हम उस देश के वासी हैं, जिस देश में गंगा बहती है। मेहमान जो हमारा होता है, वो जान से प्यारा होता है। मेहमान जो हमारा होता है, वो जान से प्यारा होता है। जरा की नहीं लालच हमको तोड़े में गुजारा होता है, तोड़े में गुजारा होता है। बच्चों के लिए जो धरती माँ सदियों से सभी कुछ सहती है। हम उस देश के वासी हैं, हम उस देश के वासी हैं, जिस देश में गंगा बहती है। कुछ लोग जो ज्यादा जानते हैं, इंसान को कम पहचानते हैं। कुछ लोग जो ज्यादा जानते हैं, इंसान को कम पहचानते हैं। ये पूरब मिलजुल के रहो और प्यार करो, एक चीज यही जो रहती है। हम उस देश के वासी हैं, हम उस देश के वासी हैं, जिस देश में गंगा बहती है। होठों में सच्चाई रहती है, जहाँ दिल में सफाई रहती है। हम उस देश के वासी हैं, हम उस देश के वासी हैं, जिस देश में गंगा बहती है, जिस देश में गंगा बहती है, जिस देश में गंगा बहती है। थैंक यू।
Apologies for slight break in the program. Please find yourself some seats. As you can see, it's quite a popular program here, and a lot more people have come than expected, which is very good. Just give us a couple of minutes. Okay, we're nearly ready now. The next couple of songs, full of patriotism and passion of India, will be sung by our very popular Rajesh Depala and hosted by Suresh Bhai Depala with him as well. So I'll hand over to Rajesh Bhai for our interview. Please, no talking in between the program. Okay? Thank you.
भारत माता की जय। सब लोगों को प्रणाम, नमस्ते। अभी जो ये बहन जी ने बहुत ही अच्छी स्पीच दे दी, हम साथ में मिलकर जो नाम दिया गया है 75th इंडिपेंडेंस डे का अमृत महोत्सव है, और इतने सारे लोग हमने एक्सपेक्ट भी नहीं किए थे बच्चे की, सच है ना। सो इट्स रियली गुड टर्न आउट एवरीवन हु जस्ट हियर टुडे, एंड आई होपफुली यू विल एंजॉय दिस सॉन्ग्स आल्सो।
तुझे इस माटी को जो जीवन का सुख देती है, जो जीवन का सुख देती है। इस धरती पे जिसने जन्म लिया, इस धरती पे जिसने जन्म लिया, उसने ही पाया प्यार तेरा, उसने ही पाया प्यार तेरा। यहाँ अपना पराया कोई नहीं, यहाँ अपना पराया कोई नहीं, है सत्य माँ पुकार तेरा, सत्य पुकार तेरा। बोलो भारत माता की वंदे वंदे वंदे।
Doesn't that make you proud to be a Bharati? We are Bharati, yes. We used to say, "Jya jya vase ek Gujarati, tya tya sadakar Gujarat." Yeah? We have gone bigger now. We have gone bigger. We are Gujaratis, but we are Hindustani. So be proud. Go in anywhere you like. Feel proud to say, I'm a Hindu, I'm a Hindustani, I'm an Indian. Yeah? What Narendra Modi has done in 10 years, I'm not going to keep singing praises about him. We all know. but I have to take his name for inspiration. Today, he's asked us all to make sure a flag of India is in your house. Have you done it? Yes. If you haven't, it's not midnight yet. Go and do it. Inspire your children to do it. Inspire your grandchildren to do it. Ask them to put it on their mobile phone diary that next 15th of August, they wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and first they hoist the flag, then they begin the day. Yes? I have a surprise guest here, so much so I don't even know the name, so hold on a second. Her name is Sudesh Khosla. She would like to say a few words. As I said, it's a surprise because I didn't know that she wanted to say a few words. But we are honored to have Sudeshi. So please bear with us whilst the musicians get ready for the other songs.
सब लोगों को स्वतंत्रता दिवस की बहुत बहुत बधाई और शुभकामनाएं। एक तरफ है खुशी आज़ादी की, एक तरफ है खुशी आज़ादी की, दूसरी तरफ माहौल शानदार है। दूसरी तरफ माहौल शानदार है। हमारे यहाँ लोग नहीं आते हैं, दोस्त आते हैं। हमारे यहाँ लोग नहीं आते हैं, दोस्त आते हैं। हम फूल नहीं बचाते हैं, हम पलके बचाते हैं। हम फूल नहीं बचाते हैं, हम पलके बचाते हैं। आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत है यहाँ। दे रहे हैं सलामी तिरंगे को, दे रहे हैं सलामी तिरंगे को जो हमारी शान है। दे रहे हैं सलामी तिरंगे को जो हमारी शान है। तिरंगे को हमेशा ऊंचा रखना ये हमारी जान है। तिरंगे को हमेशा ऊंचा रखना ये हमारी जान है। ना पूछो जमाने से हमारी कहानी, ना पूछो जमाने से हमारी कहानी। हमारी पहचान है, हम हैं हिंदुस्तानी। हमारी पहचान है, हम हैं हिंदुस्तानी। ये तीन रंग का बस्तर नहीं, ये तीन रंग का बस्तर नहीं, ये हमारा अभिमान है तिरंगा। ये हमारा अभिमान है तिरंगा। दाग गुलामी का धोया है, दाग गुलामी का धोया है कितनी जानें लुटाकर। दाग गुलामी का धोया है कितनी जानें लुटाकर। कितने दीप जलाए हैं, कितने दीप बुझाकर। 15 अगस्त पुण्य पर्व है। 15 अगस्त पुण्य पर्व है। 15 अगस्त दिन महान है। 15 अगस्त दिन महान है। 15 अगस्त विजय गर्व है। आओ मिलकर सब बोले, आओ मिलकर सब बोले जय जवानों की, आज़ादी पर मिटने वाले परवानों की। आओ मिलकर सब बोले जय जवानों की, आज़ादी पर मिटने वाले परवानों की। जो झंडा लेकर डटे रहे, जो झंडा लेकर डटे रहे। जय बोलो भारत की जनता की, जय बोलो भारत की जनता की। जय बापू, जय नेहरू, जय पटेल के गुण गाते रहे। जय बापू, जय नेहरू, जय पटेल के गुण गाते रहे। एक जीवत भावना का नाम आज़ादी है। एक जीवत भावना का नाम आज़ादी है। प्यार का पूरा जाम आज़ादी है। प्यार का पूरा जाम आज़ादी है। आज तिरंगा लहराओ, आज तिरंगा लहराओ दुर्ग और इमारों पर। आज तिरंगा लहराओ दुर्ग और मीनारों पर। अंबर के नीले छत पर, अंबर के नीले छत पर। सागर के गहरे जल पर, सागर के गहरे जल पर। शहीदों की बदौलत है हिंदुस्तान जिंदाबाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत माता की, वंदे मातरम। थैंक यू सो मच।
Okay, Bhayavinam, I have a couple of appeals to make to you. One, I already mentioned to the youngsters. If you want to join in and participate, It doesn't take too much time, honestly. Everybody thinks I don't have time, but trust me, you will find time. Time will give you time, don't worry about that. Just, if you're interested in joining, come and see me anytime during the dinner or after. That leaves you, the elders, people who are working, people who are earning, etc. It costs us money to run this place. You know what I'm going to ask you. Put your hand in your pocket, support us. So, youngsters with your tan and your man, and elders with your tan, man and dan. Okay? Please come and see us for any donation you want to give. It's not a pressured one. But us as Indians have to learn to appreciate what we get and give what you get as well. So I ask you all to contribute something. Waste no time. Over to you, Rajesh Bhai.
Thank you, Ghanshyam Bhai. The last time in Patriot songs, there will be singing by Namrata Ben Desai, one of our Samarpan group, and I think this program, without these songs, it looks like it is not finished. So I don't want to mention it. Everyone knows definitely which one is it. Hopefully everyone gets it right, and I'll tell Namrata Ben to sing it the last song, please.
हेलो हेलो, ये जो गाना आपको मालूम है, जब लता जी ने गाया था तो नेहरू जी की आंखों में आंसू आ गए थे. You know which song I'm talking about. ये गाना नहीं है, ये श्रद्धांजलि है. They gave up themselves so that we may see today. So ये गाना हमने very little music के साथ गाया है, क्योंकि the words, if you listen to the words, इसमें इतनी दर्द है, जो sacrifice उन्होंने दिया है, जो suffering they have done, they have undergone, that is brought out very beautifully in this song. And it's a request, अगर आप वो सब दर्द महसूस कर सके, so then at the end, out of respect for these martyrs, please get up at the end of the song and let's salute them all together. Vande Mataram. आवाज़ बैठी हुई है, लेकिन जोश कम नहीं हुआ है. So अगर कुछ गलती हो तो माफ़ कर दीजिएगा. संगीन पे धर कर माथा सो गए अमर बलिदानी जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जब देश में थी दिवाली वो खेल रहे थे होली जब हम बैठे थे घरों में जब हम बैठे थे घरों में वो झेल रहे थे गोली थे धन्य जवानों अपने थी धन्य वो उनकी जवानी जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। कोई सिख कोई जाट मराठा कोई सिख कोई जाट मराठा कोई गुरखा कोई मद्रासी कोई गुरखा कोई मद्रासी सरहद पर मरने वाला सरहद पर मरने वाला हर वीर था भारतवासी खून गिरा पर्वत पर वो खून था हिंदुस्तानी जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। हे खून से लथपथ काया फिर भी बंदूक उठा के 10-10 को एक ने मारा फिर गिर गए होश गवा के जब अंत समय आया तो जब अंत समय आया तो कह गए कि अब मरते हैं जब अंत समय आया तो कह गए कि अब मरते हैं खुश रहना देश के प्यारों खुश रहना देश के प्यारों अब हम तो सफर करते हैं अब हम तो सफर करते हैं। क्या लोग थे वो दीवाने क्या लोग थे वो अभिमानी जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। कहीं भूल न जाओ उनको इसलिए कहीं ये कहानी जो शहीद हुए हैं उनकी जरा याद करो कुर्बानी। जय हिंद जय हिंद जय हिंद की सेना जय हिंद जय हिंद जय Vande Mataram. And may we never, ever, ever forget the gratitude, never, of these people who gave up their life. They gave up everything so that we may just see this today. Never ever shall we ever forget them. Ever. Vande Mataram.
Dhanyavad Namrata Benji. Very inspiring, isn't it? I hope we have inspired you to come to Hindu Cultural Society more often. We do have monthly gatherings of all kinds. Different artists come and present their art to us. And it's very, very invigorating. So I encourage you all to come. मेहमान जो हमारा होता है वो जान से प्यारा होता है. You are our guest today. We will never let you go hungry. So a beautiful meal is ready for you. So if I could ask you to make an orderly queue over here. In the meantime, we will set up the tables for you on this floor. And please collect your food and come over here. In the meantime, anybody who wants to register their donations, please see either myself or Jayesh Patel here, or anybody who wants to sign up as a volunteer. You're not committed to anything on a regular basis. It's what you can give, whatever time you can give, it's welcome. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Really, really inspiring. And hopefully we will have many, many more celebrations to come with you. Jai Hind! Jai Hind! Vande
Mataram.
Vande
Mataram.
Namaskar everyone.
Namaskar. भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की. Thank you very much everyone who just come on a time on this, busy schedule. Another thing we forgot to mention in the beginning, this program will be live broadcasting, as I mentioned earlier, on, you can see the Paresh Bhai over doing the live recording, and it will be on Depala Samaj UK. If anybody wants to see, or if anybody wants to share the link, please do so, and also subscribe this channel also. Thank you very much everyone who participated also. Special those artists, Suresh Bhai, Namrata Bhai, Nayan Bhai, Yogesh Bhai, and myself. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.